feel like I'm rounding the hips. Rounding the hips, about to go to the end.
Hey, I get the original
what that talking about? Girl.
You can't get the
So what y'all got tonight, man? I'm telling you right now. What I'm gonna say is this: shot.
We're
not live yet, but we're about to be live.
We can't get the original promo together. It's not gonna work.
Right. Y'all feeling us? Are y'all feeling us tonight?
I promise you.
All I'm gonna say is this: we got Ebobo in the building. We ain't even started the show yet, but I'm gonna tell you this though. Before anything else,
this is what it is.
On the run, ENT. Here we go, y'all. And
we're going live tonight. We got my people in the house, man. We got Ebobo. We got Devo.
We got Lisa Marie from where?
From the SSB.
Period.
We're gonna do what we do tonight, man. Hey, look, late night. But
we gotta do some updates. We gotta do some updates.
Oh, come on, man. We gotta do the update.
My sister got some real good news for me, bro, and I want to hear this because I was lost on this.
Say what?
What?
Man, hey, Chop, when I say I had a good day, I had a great day today. Today was something special, bro. We got Ebobo in the building. Legend in my mind. He's a legend in my mind. Ebobo.
What it do?
What up with you, man?
Oh man.
Hey, we always got this way we start the show off. Today we gotta start off a little different. So I'm gonna start it off like this.
What's this?
Ebobo. What's up with you?
What's good?
I just need to know. You live and in person,
man. God is good.
All the time.
All the time.
All the time.
You know?
Ebobo.
We go to him when we need anything. Ain't that right?
Well, I think my brother is trying to tell y'all something that's kind of like y'all not digging into our history.
Right.
But what you're looking at.
No, we're gonna get into that though.
Okay, but I'm saying is that we got two people on the side of me, bro. Like, watch my career start and
from the beginning.
Yeah.
It was there after.
They came after my career jumped off. They was there to make sure that they had my back. They kept me level.
Security.
Well, I didn't even know they was security.
Right.
Them niggas just reacted on some like.
Right.
He looked at you.
That made them security.
Yeah.
We family.
So
yes, sir.
Family first. That's what it was. Yeah, 100. So
hey man.
Snatching washing machines out the house.
Come on.
You don't remember that?
Shut up.
Like dry. Hey, Ron, grab the dryer. I got the washer.
I walk them out.
Walk them out there and put it on the truck.
Both. Real tall.
Hey, that's real stuff.
Hey.
Real tall.
You're not lying tonight.
Real tall.
I lied yesterday.
What the kids say now, they say no cap.
No cap.
No what?
They say no cap.
I don't know what that means, bro.
What's that like?
No cap means you
like
You're not capping.
I don't know what that means.
Cap
You
means
ain't fronting, you ain't
so y'all can
lying.
understand. Cap
No
means
cap.
like no cap means like
no
like
hats?
look. Put it like
no
this.
No bullshit.
No, put it like this.
Okay, I got you.
Look, put it like this.
I don't know.
I go like this. Yeah, man. I remember the time that I was driving down the street and my wheel fell off and Ebobo caught it in the air. You'll go cap. That means I'm lying. You'd be like, okay, so that's some cap.
So that's what that is.
That didn't happen.
Right.
Okay, right.
I caught the tire.
So cap is like
down.
Yeah.
Cap means you a liar.
You're lying.
Okay.
Nigga,
So we're not telling no
You
cap
lying.
right now. We're telling some real
So
shit.
ain't no cap. So look, hey, y'all know we do this show every week. We still learning shit.
Yes, we do.
Before we get, man, because what I want to do is have a great show. Right now, I want to listen to make sure we get these sports over with because we about to have a ball. We got Ebobo, legend, big man.
He's part of my legacy as well as Debo.
Right.
But the thing that I had to talk about is Lisa, please help me. I talked to you 2 weeks ago about the gymnast.
Okay.
Well, not gymnast, the track star, the girl who died, and you said, I don't know yet, because I'm trying to figure out. And they finally got an update on her death. What happened with her? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, her Tori Bowie. She was the 2016 4x1 champion, and she's also a medal in the 100 meters. She was also a long jumper. She was pregnant and she died in childbirth. But a week before,
she had complications.
Actually, she went into labor. So when they found her, she had gone into full labor, and the baby was dead, and so was she. So so what they think has happened, what they said is what they call preeclampsia. That means when you get pregnancy related hypertension. But a week before that, she went on Instagram and she had been fearful about the type of medical care that she was getting.
So she announced that she was pregnant before she died. So the people knew it.
Well, no, we didn't know.
Okay, that's what I was
talking about. But she alluded to about the type of health care. It was kind of vague. None of us, I didn't know she was pregnant.
Yeah, because I wouldn't know.
Because like I said, everything was kept hush hush. They did a wellness check. And she had been dead for quite a long time, about close to a week.
Damn.
Not to cut you off. The reason why I knew that you didn't know is because when I found that, like that she died from that, I was like, wow, Lisa would have been like, oh, she was pregnant. But you didn't know. And when I asked you and brought it up on our last time, you was like, we don't know yet. So that lets me know that you know the facts of how she really.
Yeah, they were waiting for the autopsy reports to come back because she had been, a wellness check was done on her because they hadn't heard from her for close to a week. And so her family, she's from Mississippi. She's from Sand Hill, Mississippi, which is it's a small unincorporated area outside of Jackson.
Okay.
So she was a star athlete. She actually played basketball. She went to Southern Miss on a basketball scholarship, but she ended up going with track and field. She was a long jumper as well, and a 100 and 200 meter runner. And like I said, she was a phenomenal athlete. The whole thing was just really sad.
What do you mean? How old was she again?
She was 32.
She was 32.
Okay.
And she was trying to come back.
She was seasoned.
Yeah, she was trying to come back. And last time I seen her run, I think it was last year or the year before.
Right.
And she had been trying to come back.
Because you know your season.
So and she didn't quite make it. And so the baby died too. She went into early labor because she was 8 months pregnant, and that was due to.
She was 8 months pregnant.
Yes, she was 8 months pregnant. And so what's going on is the other Olympian that ran on that 2016 Rio relay with her, Tiana Madison. Out of the 4 girls, Tiana Madison, Allison Felix, Tori Bowie, and English Gardner, 3 of those girls, 2 of them almost died during childbirth, and that would be Allison Felix and Tiana Madison, and Tori Bowie did die.
Wow.
So what's happened is I did some research today on pregnancy mortality amongst Black women. And what I found, because there's a petition going around, and people can go, you can catch Tiana Madison either on IG, Instagram, or and it's Google Docs is what it's called, and you can go up there and put your name on there so you can get more information because they're trying to get a petition around to get information. Google Docs.
Okay.
And what they're trying to do is get information to where Black women particularly have the highest mortality rate of pregnancy deaths as well as infant
athlete childbirth.
It's not even athlete. It's Black women, period.
Okay.
See, what I found today, when I was looking around and as a healthcare professional, what I found today and found it quite disturbing is Mississippi and Arkansas have the highest infant mortality rate and the highest rate among Black women dying during childbirth, and we're in 2023.
Shut up, Lisa.
And the reason being is
like for real.
And the reason being is because in these southern states, she was in the state of Florida. In these southern states, they have not expanded Medicare. So when you don't expand Medicare, you don't get the best of healthcare. You have hospitals closing and so forth and so on because there's no funding.
So now you're just a sore athlete.
It's not even athletes, it's women across the board. I looked at Black women across the board. And because she was an athlete that no longer had that financial status, that puts her down there with the rest of us that
just
don't
low
have
income.
You just low income and don't have insurance. And so you don't get the best doctors.
Wow.
You don't get the best prenatal care because had she gotten the best prenatal care, at 8 months she would have been put on bed rest in the hospital. She wouldn't have even been at home. There was no reason for her to die alone.
They would have told her, don't compete no more. Don't do this.
She would have been put on complete bed rest at 8 months in the hospital, not at home.
Right, I got you.
She died alone
at
home, going through birth. So it's just been very, very
That's disturbing.
Very, very disturbing.
Yes, it has.
And when I looked at that, and as a healthcare professional, as I look at this attack on what they call wokeness, that's all a mask to flip it to so that we can be uneducated,
right,
and just dumb us down.
Right.
And this is the danger of promoting this. We're going to, with the Republicans and what they're doing, and it's now political. We're going to fight this wokeness. No, they're not fighting wokeness
at all.
They want to reverse the times, and they want to take you back to Jim Crow, and they want to dumb you down. Okay. They want you to become uneducated. So this is what has gone on, and now we have this situation to where this has now come to the attention to where it's now national news.
It's national news. It's no longer like
and other pro athletes that have had babies that have had complications. You're now finding out that they too almost died in childbirth, and Allison Felix was one of them.
Right.
Now Allison Felix is a decorated athlete.
She's decorated.
Oh, she replaced Carl Lewis as one of the most
Look. I'm about to ask how decorated.
She replaced Carl Lewis as the most decorated athlete, Olympic athlete in history. She has the most medals of any athlete.
Yeah.
So when she retired in 22 at World Championships last year, she became the most decorated athlete of all time. Okay. And when she became pregnant with her daughter in 2017, it's two things. This is the reason why I say track and field doesn't get the notoriety that baseball gets, the NBA gets, or the NFL.
Wow.
Because when she came, she lost her shoe contract when she got pregnant. See, that's why a lot of these athletes, a lot of times they'll hide their pregnancies and things like that because she lost her shoe contract. When she ran last year, she didn't have a shoe contract. She
ran butt naked.
She ran.
She had her own shoe.
No, she just ran.
No, she has her own shoe. She ran her own shoes called Sage.
I got what you said.
She did not have.
Wait, hold up. What was the name of her shoe?
It's called Sage.
There it is.
SAYSH. It's her own shoe line. She ran in her own shoes. She did not have a shoe contract at all.
She lost it all.
You know, because they took that away from her the second she decided she wanted to have a baby with her husband she's married to. This is what they do. So Tiana Madison also had complications and almost died as well during childbirth with the birth of her son. So that came out today because we were talking a little bit. I talked to her a little bit. And
y'all, please excuse me. I'm dealing with Polymer right now.
And so this is poor black women. This is the danger.
Yeah.
This is a danger. So and like I said, when it came, and I'm gonna tell you, it's only going to get worse, and I'll tell you why. The repeal of Roe v. Wade, it's not just abortion.
Yeah.
It goes into healthcare, free healthcare for black women in the community that can no longer go to those free clinics and get prenatal care.
Right.
Yeah.
That's real shit.
Because you have true prenatal care, they wouldn't have been able to tell her that she had
what was wrong with her?
That she had gestational hypertension. And if she had it, they would have treated it. At 8 months, she would have been hospitalized and been on complete bed rest until she gave birth. Her and that baby would have been just fine.
Just fine.
But because that goes on, that's what goes on. And so it's real detrimental. It was eye-opening for me.
Wow.
Wait, sis, what was the name of that call? What was the name of that call again?
Gestational hypertension. They also have gestational diabetes as well. When women that get pregnant, they also end up with diabetes. All these run, but they call it preeclampsia is what the medical term is now. It's called preeclampsia. So, like I said, all women are in danger of this type of thing.
Who else was in her corner? Like she didn't have nobody, like her auntie or uncle or
she was
a
supposed
sister
to be
friend.
leaving. She was supposed to be leaving Florida and going down to one of her ex-coaches so they could help her with that baby. But see, here again, where's the baby daddy?
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like the daddy there.
This is the thing. She was by herself.
I'm like, that's what I'm saying. So like,
she was alone
for this whole time for her pregnancy.
She was by herself.
Somebody had to say, "Girl, you pregnant? Let me, there's no family member, there's no sister, nobody."
Her sister
so as she's gonna lead you to the right road. Where you trying to go?
You need to do this.
Yeah,
you got
somebody knows
somebody. Somebody knows.
There was a few people that was.
Even when you went and got your 5-month checkup.
No, but what I'm telling you
and you went there, the nurse was like, "Girl, you bad, girl, you looking good, you're glowing."
No,
you're glowing.
You're glowing, girl. You got a little bit more time.
Your baby is overweight.
Yeah, girl, looking good.
Okay, but that's what I'm telling you.
But
But that's what I'm telling you.
Right.
The healthcare system in the southern
it's
states
not equipped
is not
in that,
here like it
manner.
is here.
That's what she's saying. That's why.
Okay, so they didn't give a damn.
They don't care.
Yeah.
So
They
now
don't care.
the light is shining. That's why I said when they don't expand like we expand Medicare here in California, so you can go down there and get you some Medi-Cal, and I don't give a damn if you're dirt ass poor, go down there and get you some Medi-Cal and some EBT. You ain't getting that shit in these southern states.
In the southern states,
You ain't getting it.
What is it called? The Jim? What is it called? The Jim?
Jim Crow
Jim
2.0 is
Can
in
I say
effect.
it? Jim Crow
2.0.
Hell no.
That's what it is.
And we
point blank.
And nigga, we don't even fuck with that.
And it always starts with healthcare. It starts with healthcare.
But we don't fuck with them
healthcare and education is always at the top of the list.
Do you know why it starts with healthcare? So y'all can understand this, because when it comes to healthcare, as my sister's saying, is that if there's no healthcare, it's easier to watch black youth and black elders die.
Right.
It's easier for them to die and then write them off, and it'll continue to do the same cycle if you don't have someone that's going to stand up to look at it and go, something ain't right. How come my 52-year-old uncle, how come my 32-year-old nephew are dying?
But there's something else, and now that there's something else, and I'm going to allude to now too. Going on from that, we have another epidemic that's going on, and I'm condolences to old boy from the Baltimore Ravens.
Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis' son. See, here again, we got an epidemic of
suicidal.
No, it was not. It was fentanyl.
Fentanyl's the new heroin.
Yes.
Can I ask you a question?
No, that's the new suicide.
Do you think that boy, keep it 100,
suicide.
Do you think that boy literally committed suicide?
No.
He didn't.
No.
That's our thing.
No, he did not. What is happening? No, he did
I call it that because
it is suicide.
How smart are you?
He didn't know
something.
No.
What's going on now? And I'm gonna break it down to you. What's going on now?
Please
stop buying your weed off the street from fucking strangers that you don't know, because they're cutting that shit with fentanyl. They're cutting it with fentanyl. They have now brought crack cocaine back.
How you gonna call?
And they cutting that
with
fentanyl.
Ain't no way in the world you can cut weed with fentanyl.
You can't get crack. Look, you can't get crack.
You can. What you can't do, no, bro. What I do know for a fact.
Well, now they got a new one. Now they're taking. Remember those the opium plant?
Yeah, opiates.
Well, guess what? The opium plant is now going to be used to cut with fentanyl too, because it's all cheap and it's easier to grow.
You know why it's cheap? Because the Mexican growers.
It ain't the Mexican growers. No, from China doing that.
It comes from China. China are the top suppliers of fentanyl.
I know,
but once it gets into us, what happens is that it's
I'm getting ready to tell you something that
that's
happened.
Okay. I don't even want to talk about it.
That's why
I'm gonna blow your mind.
You gotta stop going to them little clinics and getting that medical marijuana. Them doctors been lacing that shit a long time ago.
No,
they already knew.
We got another problem. No, listen to me.
You gonna wake up with group crawling out your
I am group. No, we got another problem.
I am group crawling out your neck.
No. We got another problem. No, you need to listen to me because this happened to my. No, you don't, because this happened to my coworker.
Let's do pros and cons. I'm not saying that you're not right, because I know every time that you talk, it's always right. But what I'm trying to say
is always accurate.
It's always accurate. You never speak something that you don't know about.
Never.
Now it's to the point that it's easier to go, okay, me and you, TJ, all of us grew up in a crack era and seeing motherfuckers crackheads. We've seen that, right? But at the same time, look at the era now. It's easier for somebody to perform their drug habit around. Look, put it like this. E-Bobo, me and Devo, we love to smoke weed, right? But E-Bobo was like, okay, I'm going to show these Choc, here goes some cocaine. Bam. Look what he would do. He ain't going to let the public know that I done introduced Choc to some cocaine. I'm going to introduce to the world like, shit, it's just some cocaine.
Hey, this is hypothetical shit, y'all. I don't really fucking
know cocaine. I'm saying E-Bobo, look.
I don't do it.
Listen what I'm
You don't either.
We don't do it.
But what I'm saying is
hypothetical shit.
We were more prideful. We were prideful type of people. You were prideful. Look, even if it was like, I don't want nobody to know I drink beer. Yeah. Because you don't want nobody to drink beer. Like, I don't want them to know I do this. But we were so more prideful.
We got a different situation now.
We hid it and we kept it to ourselves. Only person knew was like me and you and our clan.
I know, but we on a different. Yeah, but that has nothing to do with anything now.
Hey, like you said,
no, we got a different situation now.
No,
bro, let me get it out.
You are right, is what I'm trying to say.
I haven't even said it. You don't understand what I'm getting ready to tell you.
Okay, say what you're gonna say because you're gonna give it bigger. You're gonna make it bigger.
No, it's not bigger. I saw something. And it was this week, and it made sense because now we've been talking about all these other migrants coming in from all over the country.
All the country.
What they haven't told you that's going on is the Chinese migrants that is coming through Arizona. Now let me tell you why they're coming.
I've been hearing about that.
I'm going to tell you why they're coming. No, I'm gonna tell you why they're coming. No, I'm telling you why they're coming.
Chinese is here.
They're here, but I'm gonna tell you why they're here.
Least.
My coworker had a neighbor, and it happened in Orange County. And what happened?
There we go.
Her neighbors, those opium plants are illegal.
Yeah.
On the side of her house, them motherfuckers had a whole row of those opium plants, and them motherfuckers came from San Francisco and they Chinese.
And they look like rose bushes to the average eye. Huh?
They're very distinctive. They're very distinctive.
Like, what I'm saying is
she knew what they was because she was these motherfuckers was pink.
Yeah, they're orange, pink, but they grow orange, they grow pink, they grow white, red, yellow.
Well, these were
and
red.
They come out.
These were red. No, these were red.
Like a pretty plant.
Yeah.
Well, they're illegal.
Let it go. You plant, bro.
I understand.
Beautiful.
But they were not. They had that shit on her property, and she brought it and she showed me. She took a picture, and she said, "What do you think this is?" I said, I've seen this before. Let me Google it.
She didn't ask you that, did she?
Yeah, she did.
I
said, this is she knew, but she wanted to see if she make sure she wasn't tripping.
Right.
I said,
this is opium.
I said, they not supposed to have it. This is illegal. I said, this is illegal. She said, them Chinese people move next, and she's Vietnamese. And she said, them Chinese people move next door to me. She said, I ain't seen them since. They're saying
they growing.
But they're growing. I said, that shit's illegal. Get that shit off your property. What they got up over there, I said, because I'm gonna tell you in a minute, they're gonna raid that shit. I said, they're using that opium because they're gonna cut that shit down with fentanyl.
Yeah.
I said, I'm telling you what they're using it for.
You ain't lying. You telling the
And so I told her, you get this shit up off your property. Make sure because it was hanging over to her shit. I said, no, you get that shit off your property. I said, because I'm gonna tell you, if they raid that shit, they're gonna raid yours.
You part of it.
I said, they're giving me down with fentanyl. I said, that's why they all come here. They paying up to $10,000 to come here. Yeah.
Lisa, you. It's crazy because
and they're all going through Arizona. They're going through Douglas and the same route that everybody else take. This is why I said this shit getting ready to get black folks. Y'all better wake the fuck up.
Wake up. You better
leave them drugs and shit alone.
Yeah. Talk to us, Lisa.
Leave all that shit alone.
Leave it alone
because they're getting ready to fucking kill your ass. And if they can't kill you, they're gonna lock your ass up.
Hey, me and Chuck. No. You know it's crazy. Me and Chuck was looking the other day. We was looking at this comparison of the United States and Japan and China.
Can I say a little bit? Can I say this?
They had their kids. Go ahead.
You know what they doing compared to us? Guess what they doing in China? They showing thousands of China's kids sitting in a huge ass arena. Guess what they teaching them? How to break down guns and put them together, oil them up, put them together.
Right.
And our kids,
they playing fucking video games.
They on the video games going.
So look, you got to remember that TikTok shit.
Literally,
that TikTok shit.
Kids how to be ready for
warfare.
And look, our kids is the total opposite.
Look, our kids are gonna get caught slipping, bro.
No, they not.
Let me get this out. Sis.
No, they not.
Sis, watch this. Can I get this out? Say this and don't lie to me because I know you ain't a liar. Now watch this. I walk into the club. Me, E-Bobo, and Debo walk into a club. And I look at you and I go to my homies, my brothers, and I go, damn, she finding a motherfucker. And I'm like, damn, I want to get her number, right? And I walk up to you. Ain't no cell phones. Just
back in the day.
This is us. Back in the 100. No cell phones. And I walk up and I'm like, I want to get her number. Bam. I get her phone number, right? Walk up with a pen and a paper. Bam, get her number. We done. Like, yeah, nigga. And I show you, and I show E-Bubble, and I go, look, nigga, yeah, told you, look at this. There she go. And it's you walking, right? Put that to today's kids to where we got our kids now that they can literally pick up their cell phone, and if you snatch that motherfucker away, bam, and then go, I'm in trouble, Dad, and your kid got to call you, guess what? They don't know your number. They do not know your number by heart. They got to look for Dad and click into the phone and go, Dad.
Yeah.
But if the way we grew up was like, do we remember numbers?
Yeah.
We remember numbers. 909. Whoop, nigga, if you had to walk home with written on your hand.
Right.
Well, like you said, with technology and everything, right?
That's a part of what I'm trying to get to, what you were saying.
Yeah.
That's how we grew up having, being, we weren't programmed by the system. We were programmed by our parents.
Well,
we learned
but that's because technology was there. It just wasn't down to the.
We just wasn't
person.
using it.
It just wasn't the average man having. But technology has always been there.
That's
always been there. It's always been there.
There's no lie about that.
We're in an AI type of situation now.
It was already. They already had that type of technology, but it was just a time and a process before they put it out to the mass public.
You know what? And guess why I agree about
because they knew a lot of things that we
didn't know.
Handle.
We didn't
know it. We wouldn't understand it. We couldn't handle it.
It was 10 years ago
at that time, right?
So a little bit at a time, they slowly introduced that as they learned it and know it.
And brought it into our society.
They stayed 20 years ahead of everything.
Yeah. So, sister, look.
What's put out today is already obsolete within 2 to 6 months.
Thank you. Ooh, I love you so much, Goofy.
It's already obsolete.
I love my Goofy ass sister because
I got a whole lot.
Well,
before we go there, one more thing.
We ain't talking about sports.
No, I'm getting ready to now.
I said nothing about the Dodgers.
No,
watch this. Hold up, nigga. You talking too fast.
I'm trying to get to it, but
you're talking to my sister.
You ain't talking about the U.S. Open either.
Watch it.
I'm trying to get to it.
She gonna tell you about all that.
All right, let's go.
Damn. Anyway, shout out to the Golden Knights in Vegas. They are,
yes, indeed.
They have done their thing.
Yes, indeed.
Dodgers, I'm concerned with that bullpen.
Wait, the Golden Knight is nice. Wait, let's back up. Golden Knights is nice.
Oh, yeah.
You're in the building, y'all.
You're gonna have some competition right now.
But did you see that game? That shit was totally. They took them out of there. It was done.
Yeah,
it was just
done. They took their heart. Well, they took their heart in the beginning, the first game.
Yeah.
And
that game
throughout the playoffs, the Golden Knights.
That particular game was I'm snatching your soul.
Yeah. And you know, for a lot of people that really don't like hockey,
I see all y'all.
Hockey is really a fun sport to watch.
Is.
You might think it's boring.
No, it is.
That's when you start really seeing the moves, the plays they set up, and the skill set to take for them to play that and skate.
You know what I thought?
Yeah,
I said hockey and soccer.
No, soccer's another great
game. To me, I was like,
I love the World Cup.
They don't stop moving until the game was over. No.
Yeah.
They don't stop moving until the game was over.
Yeah. You have to have extreme.
They don't do that in basketball. They don't do that in football.
Running soccer.
You can't run that shit. You'll be dead on the fucking field. There's absolutely no way. And then when they have those power plays that last 2 to 5 minutes and 30 minutes and shit, no, you're not gonna be out there. You're gonna be laid out over there while they still kicking the goddamn.
Hockey has definitely turned the corner.
Yeah, all the equipment that you have to wear.
From what you used to see back in the day with the brawls and all the fighting.
Oh yeah, they was fighting with all that equipment on.
You think you saw a good game when it's 3-1.
Right.
Now they
score. Great.
Now the scoring is up 6-7 points. In hockey, and that's unheard of.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, but that goes to show you the talent level of some of these guys out here and the moves they're making, that they're scoring at will.
Yeah.
And
they scored at will. That's what I saw the other night. And that was what was distinguishing about this game. I said, usually in the playoffs and the Stanley Cups, you usually have like a 2-1. And that is something to where, and normally you consider that a good series if it goes 6 or 7, because it's known to go because you're looking at the defense and so forth and so on. The defense in those games are crazy too, because it requires you to have not only your mental cap on, but your physical capability to not only think, and that has to be in sync.
Yep.
And so that particular game, when I sat down and watched that game, I said they took their in the first period.
Yeah.
As soon as tip off hit. Their soul was taken.
Yeah,
they pounced on them.
She said his soul was taken.
No, it was. And
come on, sis. Talk to him back there.
And I'm like, this shit is over.
Yeah.
I was up washing and in and out, and the score just kept getting bigger and bigger. I said, oh yeah, this shit over.
And shout out to the Golden Knights for the last 3 or 4 years putting that team together to get them to this point.
Right along with the Las Vegas Aces. That is another. That is another.
Yes,
so
indeed. Las Vegas is booming.
Yeah, they are.
They just got approved for the $300 million stadium. They about to get on Tropicana.
Yeah.
They got the Grand Prix coming. They got baseball. They got football.
Yeah, they're going to be in capital because they got the land. Yeah. And I'll tell you something. If Florida don't quit fucking around, they'll have Disney World too. Yeah. Because they got the land. They have the land.
They just got to figure out a way to get some good water pumping back through there.
Well, they have it. They have the water, but the bottom line is, again, it's run by a lot of Republicans.
Dry as hell, boy.
Yeah, it's a lot of Republicans because it's a lot of politics with that shit too. But now I looked at the Dodgers.
I tried to blow a spit bubble and all came out with steam. It's so hot out today.
Yeah, I saw them blow that lead the other day.
Yes. Which one?
Was it Cincinnati?
The Dodgers?
Yeah.
No, the White Sox.
The White Sox. First of all,
the Chicago White Sox.
Yes, but what I don't like, and I'm sorry, it's been the last 3 fucking years, that fucking pitching bullpen is weak.
Yes.
We going and we're getting hitters, but you don't have the bullpen to come out there when we need it in the 7th to 9th inning, especially the 7th and 8th innings, is when the Dodgers get blown the fuck out.
Well, just like the other day, they put the youngster in. They brought the youngster in. Youngster's pitching great. He's got a no-hitter going.
What up, Yubs? We see
and as his no-hitters going, Dave Roberts decides to pull him 7th inning.
Cody.
And just let him play. Let him pitch him the whole game.
Right.
See what he can do. He's young. He got a shoulder.
Right.
If he gets 100 pitches, let's see what he do.
You see?
Testing. He's got a no-hitter, keep him going. But when you pull him out, all the bricks fell out the wall.
Yeah, but see, they're pulling him out because he ain't got nobody to come in there and replace him. But you see, this is the thing.
Let him keep going.
You're gonna have to let him keep going. You really don't have any choice. You're gonna have to blow his shoulder out, what you say you don't want to do. But if you don't have a pitching bullpen, that's exactly what you're going to be doing. So when I seen that shit, it pissed me off. I said, okay, so we got business as usual here. You got all the hitters.
Yeah.
You got all the pieces to the puzzle, but you don't have a bullpen. And anybody that's won a pennant, they won a base because of the fact they had a bullpen. And the Dodgers don't have that
well,
shit.
We've had Jensen and Kershaw and all them other cats back then. We won the championships.
Yeah.
And Hill and the rest of them.
Right.
But those guys are getting older.
You good?
And you never replace them with new talent.
Exactly.
So you need to go pull some youngsters
and the talent you did have, you didn't develop them.
Or you traded them.
Or you got rid of them. That's it.
And that's
so I've seen that, and I'm just like, I'm not really
and
liking that.
And if the Dodgers think that they're going to make it to the playoffs again this year,
they're not. Because I'm San Diego Padres, all of them. I'm sorry, and the Giants, the Giants again, nice and the Giants again. I won't be. Look. That's going to be the nemesis.
I think the Dodgers is trying to save all their money so they can try to get a Tony from the Angels. And,
some attention.
Because he can pitch and hit. But once you spend all that money and you get that contract, that's another thing. Then what you going to have left to try to get anybody else? You're going to eat up that big ass contract from a tiny, then you're going to be stuck.
Right.
You're going to be stuck with him and you ain't got no more money in your budget.
Right. So I'm looking at that and I'm going, okay, so here we go. We're back to square one.
Right.
So it's a winged situation for me. I just pick which games I'm going to watch. And once I see you down 4-0 in the 3rd inning, I'm usually over it because I know it's usually pretty much shutout time, or they may let you get 1 or 2 runs. It's going to be an 8-2.
It's all about having the best, but you got to
have the bullpen. The bullpen is what's key, and everybody that's won, especially in recent years, has proven that you have to have the bullpen.
Yeah.
You can't mask your bullpen being weak with the hitters,
because
they go on. They're streak shooters as well. Yeah. They have some where they just hitting it,
Houston
and then there's other times
that good pitching.
Yes, they did, and that's how they won. Whether they were cheating or not. But the Boston Red Sox always have had major pitching.
Yeah.
The Atlanta Braves, when they won, why they had pitching.
Right.
And I'm just not seeing it. So I'm just like, okay, whatever it is. But now I want to get to this track and field. Because I was telling them last week. Arian Knighton, I told them last week, he had 8 of the 9 U20 Usain Bolt records.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now he got them all.
Oh, he got it.
He got them all. He ran in Oslo on Thursday.
Yeah.
They thought I was crazy at my job.
He took same boats down.
That nigga. He went up in there and broke that Oslo record that Usain Bolt set about 12 years ago.
And nobody thought that record was gonna fall.
Well, that 19, he had a 1979 that he ran in Oslo.
Ooh, really?
Shit, Arian Knighton came in there and dropped 1977.
Wow.
And the way he separated from the field is what was important to me.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I noticed last year when he ran against Noah last year,
Yeah.
he didn't have that top end speed you need to last 50 meters and that 200 meters. It's very
Right.
important.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's all done.
So they're training and work with him.
So he ran a couple of 100 meters that he ran this year. He dropped sub 10 already.
Nice.
He ain't but 19 years old.
Yeah.
So like I said, I'm going to give him
nice.
about another year or two. And I'm going to tell you right now, Usain Bolt that 200 meters at 1919.
Oh, well, we're going to see what he do in the 24 in Paris.
No, I'm waiting to see what he do in 3
Olympics.
weeks when he take his ass up over there to because we got the World Championships. We got the USA's for them to go to Budapest because they go to Budapest in August.
Right.
Now, I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to see the show there because Noah Lyles.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, Noah Lyles, it's between Noah Lyles and Arian Knighton. I don't know what they feeding them down there in Florida. But let me tell you something. Them young niggas be running. They got another one who's in high school. His name is Isam Asinga.
Yeah.
Bruh is 18 years old. Whooping ass.
Wheels. Just moving.
I watched the championships that they had today. I think it was New Balance he ran in today.
Yeah.
He's from Florida too. He dropped 10-16 in the 100 meters.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this shit crazy. This shit crazy. He was the one that beat Noah in the 100 meters. But see, Noah turned around and cleaned house and beat Marcel Jacobs from Italy.
Yeah.
In that 100 meters a couple of days ago.
I'm going to have to put my antennas on it and watch it.
Like I said.
Because I sure didn't see it. I knew he was racing.
Next week they in New York. They in New York. They run the Grand Prix next week on the 24th. Noah Lyles is in that 200 meters next week. Now he has the world lead. He went to Jamaica a couple of weeks ago, and Usain Bolt was there. He went to Jamaica and dropped 1967 with ease in that 200 meters in Jamaica.
No problem.
And Jamaica is not a fast track. But that Paris track, that's why I can't wait for the fucking Olympics next year because let me tell you, that Paris track, that shit, it's gonna be some world records on there.
Oh yeah.
There was 3 world records that was broken in Paris, and one of them was the 5,000 meters with Faith Kipyegon from Kenya.
Yeah.
That shit was so fucking stupid. She was lapping motherfuckers.
Like, move, bitch.
Just lapping them. And she had broke the 5. That was the 5,000. She broke the 1,500 the week before that.
I'm back.
She shattered those records. Yeah. So, like I said, that Paris track next year, that shit gonna be stupid. But I'm waiting on USA's because see, that 100 meters.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, the showdown. The showdown is going to be between Sha'Carri Richardson and Marie Jose Talu from the Coast. Talu. Wow. Now I'm gonna tell you.
I hope they stay off that weed so they can stay in the damn Olympics.
Oh no, she look. No, she already dropped 10.5 already.
Oh, okay.
She dropped 10.5 already. She dropped that shit in April or May.
Okay.
She ain't been running nothing. She already beat Sharika Jackson.
She already beat her?
She beat Sharika.
Man, where am I? I ain't been on my
she beat her in Doha.
My track and field.
Look, you ain't talk to her.
This is what I was
unless you know it.
Can I get this out?
She updated.
Would you listen to me? To the whole world.
This is our news announcement.
Bobo and Lisa are the perfect combination about talking about sports. This man talked about sports forever. He loved, what is your shit? Sports. Do you love sports?
We all
no.
All of it.
But Bobo loves sports.
It's all of it.
But the criteria of what I'm
all beautiful.
You always,
like I said,
always
try to watch everything, do the sports reports.
Yeah.
You always did.
I get up 4 a.m. in the morning and watch the World Cup and shit. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You always talk about sports.
I think he ended up taking out not Roy. What's the name? Fowler. Because I like Fowler.
See?
Ricky Fowler was my man.
Guess who that
is? I
like
Ricky Fowler since he came into the PGA playing.
Yeah.
He used to do motocross.
So guess
the
what?
boy used to do motocross, riding
Well, you
motocross.
see now
And then he left that and then came into
but you see now
play
the
golf.
PGA done teamed up down there.
Oh, with the live.
With the live.
Yeah.
So now that's a whole
Well,
mess.
that's Saudi Arabia money.
But that's that money.
That's Saudi Arabia
That's
money.
that money.
And they told him, look, check it out.
You should have saw that was gonna happen when they started going over there playing with
Right,
them.
because you know,
know.
I think Liv came in too aggressive.
Yeah.
And then PGA, them older, distinguished gentlemen.
Yeah.
You know, it kind of shook him a little bit.
Wait, say that again. To who?
Them older, distinguished gentlemen. I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna be
you,
all right with
you,
him.
bro.
And you know, it was too fast.
Yeah.
And that Saudi Arabia
that money was too right.
Hey, look, come on here, man. I got you.
Because that money was too right.
230 million.
That's right.
I got you. I got you.
That's
Don't
what
worry about
yeah.
it. You want to say
and that's going to happen in track and field. And I'm
Let's
telling
go.
And I'm
And
telling
all
you,
them cats went over there.
And that's what's getting ready to happen
and
in
all
track
them
and field.
and all them cats, they said, listen,
yep,
we're gonna let you guys do what you want to do.
Right.
Have fun. You want to wear shorts? Wear shorts. You want to drink beer? Drink beer. You want to listen to music when you come out and play? Listen to music. Come on out and play.
Yeah, because they're paying
Let's
the
do
money.
it. Yeah, because we got the money. Like
like
Harold Bonner III. Like Harold Living.
When it comes to the
Harold Bonner III.
But see, that's the same thing.
He left the PGA.
Yeah.
And he went over there
because they told him getting ready to do the same goddamn thing. And you know who's gonna take
more money.
Yeah, but you know who's gonna take over track and field? ASICS.
Yeah.
ASICS got that money. See, they down there in the Middle East. They got that fucking money.
Yeah. 36. Yeah.
They got that money. And what's happening is that the thing is with track and field is so stifled. Like they can't get endorsements. So what track and field needs to do now, and they've been talking about it, they need to get their own league. Let the amateur Olympics and all that requirements and all that be, but the elite athletes should have their own league.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
Because the thing of it is the way it's set up. The NFL ain't no college player just gonna be going over there lining up with no NFL player. It don't work like that unless you're going for a workout to be picked up for a team.
Yeah.
But in track and field, it's not like that. They have what they call an all-comers meet, where anybody,
hell, you and I. Shut up, Lisa.
Yeah.
Do not do that.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we was coming up as kids? It was called what? All comers meet.
Yeah, because
Guess what that meant? Guess what that meant, Debo? That meant this. All comers meet. We grew up on that era. And Lisa's not lying. That's why I love you so much, sis. You know what the all comers meet was? All comers meet was that it didn't matter in the state of California at that time that we used to run at Mount Sac. So it was an all comers meet. All comers meet this. Bobo said, I want to run with Chalk. He fast as a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
I want to run with Bobo. He fast. But guess what? None of us go to the same school together because it was called a all-comers meet.
And elite athletes was there, like Greg Foster.
It would be 4 dudes that ran together.
All of them came out
from different schools. Say it again, sis.
And all of them, it was an all-comers meet.
All-comers.
You would have a high schooler running with college athletes and shit, and they still had it that way to this day. But see, that's the problem, because when you go and look at the prize money,
sis.
Even with now, and another thing, see, you got to look at it with track and
field.
They
started it with me, and you're gonna probably go, you're right, then finish. Do you know who I remember starting the all comers meet? Do you remember the name called Houston McNear? Do you remember that? Remember that name? Do you remember that?
That's what I'm saying. They have that. And what's happened is now, but when I looked at the prize money, when they really break down the prize money, see, you got to look at the terminology in which they're naming these meets. When they used to be called the Golden League, you got paid more money. Now it's called the Diamond League.
Now the Diamond League more money.
No, less.
You don't?
No. I'm gonna give you a prime example. Arian Knighton.
She's gonna tell the truth, bro. Say it.
He beat Usain Bolt's meet record over there in Oslo. So you basically get 2 checks. He gets the meet record check, and then he gets to check the prize for winning, which was only 10 bands.
Ain't shit.
You take 7, don't get 7th place, you get $750. That's like you went up there and worked on your job 8-10 hours and worked some overtime, got $750 for that day.
Right.
That's what that's like. Now we're not gonna talk about the expenses of you flying up over there, which is $15 flight.
All your expenses.
All your expenses. You got to get a room. You got to do all these things. You got to pay to get into the event.
Mm-hmm.
You
then win $10,000.
And you win $10,000. You still got to pay taxes on that $10,000. So you walk away with maybe $6,000.
Yeah.
Because they take 33 and a third,
Like
40%.
like $5,400.
Yeah.
Hey, wait. Oh, you know, before anything else, though, can I say one thing?
Hurry up.
I'm going to give shout out to Justified for putting on a great event today.
Yeah, he did a great job.
When I say he did a great job, he did a great job. Shout out to Justified. Justified, man, I love you, bro. Like, when I say
leave it there.
I gave you my number, nigga. You should have called me. You didn't call me. Ain't nobody called me.
Justified, great job today. You did something that really opened me up, bro. It's like your administrative of people that you deal with to show that you really are not just trying to do something for yourself.
Right.
You're really trying to do something for the community.
Right.
So we love you, bro. There it is.
Shout out to Justified. Great show, great event. You know what I mean? We had all kind of people out there. I thought it was nice.
No, you didn't think. You can't think. It was.
Okay, well, I said I thought it was nice.
It was nice.
Okay. My little brother said it was nice.
It was nice.
So like he said, Mr. Chalk just said, Justified's event today was
beautiful.
Okay.
Girls did a great job.
Where we at? We
okay, I'm gonna wrap it up.
Hey, y'all think Reggie Bush should get his trophy back?
Yes,
he should.
He should. So if am I wrong?
Nope. I think he should too.
You think he should get it back, bro?
Well, yeah, because
I think so too.
And even having like, you know, my team is Alabama.
We know that. That's where the family comes from.
Having
nigga, I ain't never taste no deer till I fucked with your daddy.
Ebo will say, "Can I take a picture?" I'm like, "Bro, you part of our history.
Yeah.
We always talk about you. We talk about you when you ain't even thinking about us."
I think the reason I think you should get it back is because of two reasons.
We think about you when you ain't
even
even
came out to the house and was out there in Culver City. You didn't have to came out there
because they make so much money
selling my shirt.
Let's get it. Let's get it quiet.
My jersey.
Let's get it quiet.
We gotta get on level.
Let it go.
They make so much money off of these athletes, and the NCAA rules are so fucking rigid.
Yes, they are.
You know, I mean, the rules and regulations is crazy. You had to know that there was going to be some rogueness going on with these agents coming around because, like I said, these agents pounce on these young athletes like vultures.
Right.
And these are poor kids from the hood. Yes, they're going to take that money.
They're doing what we do. Are they doing what we doing, Lisa?
They're going to take that money. If it's going to help their families, they're going to take that money. So I think you should get it back because you punished him. You punished the school, and that's been over and done with. But you're still punishing him, and that's gone. That's been a lifetime ago. He's already out there in NFL.
Real life.
He's already out in the
NFL. I'm just glad you're here.
And so you're still punishing him. So I just think that. Another thing I want to touch on. I don't know if anybody saw it.
Please do, Lisa.
I don't know how you get an MVP trophy and then you lose the motherfucker.
Shut your ass up.
I'm not fucking lying.
Lisa.
Bobo, you seen the shit. I know you saw it.
Say it again.
So what you trying to tell me? Did you sell the motherfucker? Did
no.
you shit down? Did somebody steal it?
Melted it down to make bullets.
Okay,
say it,
hey, y'all. That's one of my best friends again. That's
before, so all y'all can understand what she's talking about. Talk about it from the beginning. Don't do it where they just jump into it because everybody don't know what you're talking about.
Let them know
from the beginning.
They know who Jokic is. Jokic is the MVP of the NBA Finals for the Denver Nuggets with the world champion. But this motherfucker done lost the fucking MVP. Yeah, Drago and shit. This nigga done lost the MVP trophy. I don't know how this happened. But he said he lost the trophy. I read that shit. I had to reread it again because I thought maybe I need to repair glasses. So what happened, nigga? Did you get drunk? Did you sell the shit? Did they fucking steal it?
They melted it down and made an AR-15.
How did it come up missing? We ain't even a week in to the title here.
Right.
I don't know if y'all listen.
And I'm like, Bro, so that shit was crazy to me. So I'm like, okay, so what you got to go down there and pay for me to get you a new MVP trophy?
Right.
What you got to
You
do?
lost it,
I don't
that's it.
understand.
You lost it.
Yeah.
You lost it.
Shit.
Hey,
Go to
Yeah.
elementary school.
Yeah.
That's
I
the little
want to take
kid.
and smoke the ring off.
Shit.
I'm just like,
Debo, you better take your eyes back.
Shit.
Debo.
Hey.
Oh my God. Hey, y'all don't know.
They'll be selling that at the Slauson Swap meet
And-
next
and-
week.
Lisa Marie from
and to
SSB
wrap up,
is gonna make it
and to
hard.
wrap up with my sports,
Go ahead, Lisa. Go ahead.
next track meet is actually, I'm gonna give you the next three actually. The next track meet is gonna be next week on the 24th, New York Grand Prix. Y'all need to check it out. They have it on Peacock.
That's on Saturday.
Yeah, that's on Saturday,
Okay.
the 24th.
So y'all
And
need
then
to tune
after
in.
that, the 7th through the 9th is going to be the USA's for them to go to the World Championships.
Right.
That'll be the 7th through the 9th. You're going to want to watch that because I'm going to tell you there's going to be some jaw-dropping records going to be broken up there in
I
Eugene.
believe it.
Can I get one thing?
And then they're going to Budapest in August.
That's a wrap.
That's going to be, that's World Championships. That's going to be fucking crazy. And then they're coming back to Eugene again to wrap up the season. Like I said, Eugene is one of the fastest tracks in the world.
Ever.
And
Right.
that
Yeah,
shit
that's
is
right.
going to
That's
be
track.
crazy. So,
Hey,
So,
speaking of
sis, can I ask you
Tell
one question? Could you please give an acknowledgement to the homegirl who died from her?
and
Right.
again, as I said,
For her,
because
like,
Tori
yeah.
Bowie was one of my favorite athletes.
Yes,
You
you
said
always
you
talk
mentioned
about
her like last year.
too many times.
Yeah,
Right,
when I
right.
mentioned that she was coming back, and I had been waiting for her to come back.
She died from childbirth.
It's got national attention now. There is, you guys can go on Instagram or go on Twitter under Tiana Madison. There is, it's called Google Docs, and you can
Tiana Madison.
Yeah, she was the one of the 4x1
didn't have to
runners.
be.
And she can go on up there and she will you can sign on that petition, and that will it's not, that wasn't God, that was some bullshit.
Well, what it was that I remember when I got at you, I'm gonna keep it 100. I told you, I said, hey sis, what's happened with the girl that died? And you told me face to face and looked at me and said, I don't know, bro. I gotta figure it out because they're not saying much about her death.
And you know, hey, you know,
told me,
bro.
I said, okay, then I find out that she died from giving childbirth.
Bro.
Then you gave
Bro.
me everything about her
crazy,
childbirth and death, and I was like, okay, so you really pay attention to how you really look at, like, yeah, I really pay attention. She died.
Well, it's something that we're doing as Black women, like I said, and that's one of the places to start.
Thank you. I appreciate
is with Tiana Madison, like I said, Allison Felix, all of them are on board because these are all women that almost died in childbirth, and unfortunately she did, and she's not the only one. She's just prominent name. But there's many of nameless Black women that had died during childbirth that nobody talks about. And we're in an era in 2023 that nobody should be dying in childbirth at this particular time, at this stage, with all the technology that we have and services that we have. There's no reason that this should be going on.
There's the phone.
Period.
Oh, my bad, y'all.
And
phone brings
what makes it so dope, sis, is that I did ask you about that probably like 2 weeks ago, and you was like, I don't know what cause of death, womp. And then we turned around and find out exactly what it was, and you're telling the world today that this is what caused her death.
Yeah, and we, like I said, there's the things that we have to look at in the Black community that the Black community never talks about, and that is mental health.
You always say
mental health because it's more crucial. Suicide is more prevalent and prominent and prevalent in the Black community than what you know. And
what up, y'all? How's it sound now?
And this is something that needs to be dealt with too. We live in a culture and in an era where things are hidden and swept under the rug that's uncomfortable.
Right.
And we're in a time to where these things have to be addressed. Suicide is very, very high up on the list, and it's bullying, and all of those things lead to suicide.
And
bullying and things is not tough love. It is bullying. And you don't know what one person is going through, and you're doing that, and it may be harmless to you, but it's harmful to that individual.
To that person, to that individual.
You can't assume that everybody should be mentally strong. But the thing of it is, there's no y'all even giving warnings.
You're right though.
They're not even giving you any warnings anymore.
No, there's no warning signs.
There's some, but they're not. But what was historically a warning sign is no more. Because I work in a mental health facility, And I can tell you that they done changed all that up.
Hey, y'all's making shit well point. I think she should be our executive producer.
Yup, is dope. But when it comes to like what my sister's saying is that people have like understand your regardless of how you want to look at it. If you have a problem in your life and you feel like I be doing some weird shit, I do one. It doesn't take like someone to be a rocket scientist and say like, I don't feel right. I don't want. Most of the time, if you have a second time to guess that, you have a physical problem.
What do you mean by? What do you mean by?
We have a problem. Period. In the black
what I'm trying to say is that
we have a
mental. That's what I'm trying to say. A mental
we have
problem.
Problems. Period.
And
we have a tribalism problem in the black community.
You have a mental problem. Just learn that, like, okay, I'm not too shameful to say that I'm going through this and I have a mental problem.
But mental health has had a stigmatism on it.
We know that because you talked about before the world knew. Sis, listen to
the mental health issue's been around a long time.
Yeah, a long time.
And it's just
you did it like
now,
you did it like 10 years ago.
To address it a little bit more because it's affecting more of society.
Right.
You see the homeless and the attacks on what they're doing and things like that.
Yes, but 90% of those homeless people are mentally ill people.
Right. But a lot of the mental health issues.
But why would you talk about it?
It starts with, I'm gonna tell you, it starts with at home. You know, coaching Little League, you know, I've been coaching for a minute. And, you know, this past season I just coached. I had a couple boys on my team, you know, these 11, 12-year-olds.
Right.
You know, and one of the kids came to me and just said, Coach, I don't think I can play today. And I asked him, said, why? You know, what's going on? He said, mentally, I'm just not feeling it. You know, and I could see, you know, he's about to break down in tears. And I said, well, son, that's fine. Like, I'm glad you was strong enough to come to me and tell me that.
He would come
you know,
to you
and I said, if you're not feeling it, thank you for letting me know. You know, so if you want to go back home, tell your parents, come talk to me, no problem. If you want to just sit on the bench, take a minute. If you think you can come back in, I'm for that too.
Yes.
But if you can't, no problem. I'll see you next practice.
You're not forcing
And he said, no, coach, no problem. I'll see you next practice. I just want to go home. I said, no problem.
You're not
now,
forcing
at that point, that's where as coaches, we have to look at all these kids and figure out what's going on because they deal with a lot at home with school pressure, like you said, bullying. You know, mom and dad might be having issues. They're hearing them arguing or divorce or going through things that they can't express themselves. So when they come around a situation with other kids and they see a strong male role model or just another role model, they're comfortable enough to be able to show you these signs. And we have to be able to, as adults,
accept it,
to see it,
and help. We have to stop shaming.
You know, and stop shaming and stop ignoring it.
Yeah,
because we don't want to deal with it. Because a lot of parents don't want to deal with it.
They tell you that they're reaching out, crying out to you,
right?
Reaching out to you.
But you're so caught up in your world. You're so caught up in your phone. You're so caught up in society.
And let's talk about the phone
that you do not appreciate and look at your children. So I say, after that situation had happened, I pulled my whole team to the side and I talked to all my boys. I said, listen, if you guys ever feel mentally like you can't do this or it's too much, you come talk to me. I have no problem. You will not be getting punished if you're mentally, you saying to me that right now you can't play. I'd rather you come talk to me. And then I will talk to your parents and let your parents know, hey, listen, something's going on. Let's sit down and talk about
something ain't right.
So now you need to pay attention to your child.
Everything is a miss in the black community.
Because if you don't pay attention to your child, look at the warning signs that I'm seeing, then it's a problem.
But see, it is a problem.
Because then you send him out in the world.
But it is a problem.
And he's a lost soul.
He's a lost soul.
But a lot of the kids,
so like I say, it starts at home. It's not even with our kids. It's with our siblings. It's with our cousins, our friends, everybody we've been with.
Mamas and daddies and aunties and uncles.
But see, you gotta be mindset is.
Hey y'all, we got E-Bobo here.
How we did it.
Talk
it's
to
the entire
and
community.
Not blow it off like, nigga, you all right.
Drinking good. Don't worry about it.
Oh, nigga, this gonna help you right here. Smoke it.
Don't worry about it.
Nah, nigga,
Hey, I want to give it up for
But
Bobo,
that's the
y'all.
problem, though.
You know?
But that's
I'm
the
ready.
problem.
Bobo.
I'm ready to go to work and shoot everybody.
But that's
I'm
the
ready to talk to
problem.
somebody.
But that's the problem with the black community.
Well,
though.
nigga, do it.
The black
No, nigga, that's the
community.
wrong advice.
Yes, but the black community is
The
toxic
wrong
as a
advice.
whole.
That's the wrong advice, nigga.
Great
The
show.
black
Y'all know that
community-
we're very live right now, so listen to
The black
Yeah.
community is toxic as a whole, and they don't deal with things because
Go,
everything in the black community is we got to keep it a secret. We got to have family meetings. We got to do all this bullshit instead of dealing with it at hand. No, you don't give crazy people crackers and have one around the neighborhood like we did back in the day. We didn't give crazy motherfucker a cracker, and he
Oh,
wandered
man.
around and put that crazy uncle in the room and have him locked up, and you was told don't go back there.
Right.
That type of shit.
Right.
This is the type of stuff. We are living in times where this has to stop. The entire community is sick as a whole. Because guess what? We don't value marriage. We don't value fatherhood or motherhood.
I beg to differ on some
And
of that
no,
shit.
that's-
to a degree,
listen.
90% of it, no, we don't, bro.
That's
That
the-
is the
that's
reason
the
why we
shit,
got
90,
baby mama.
But that's the
Baby mama,
agenda.
baby
That's the
daddy.
agenda
We're not
that
talking
they're
about you.
pushing.
You
That's
can't
the
include
agenda
yourself in that
they're pushing.
90%.
I'm not. No.
But I'm
What
telling
I'm
you,
not
that's
gonna
why
do-
there's a fathers in
What I
hip
love
hop
about
because this is a problem.
Yeah, I got you. You're right.
Okay, it's not knocking the fathers that do because the fathers that do already know that this is not about them.
Right.
You have a fathers in hip hop doing
It's
this
about
type of
us.
shit because
It
it's
ain't about
generational
you.
trauma that we have
I got
passed
you.
down for generations.
Right.
This is the reason why, and now we're in a generation that has brought that shit to our attention. These Gen Zers have brought everything tenfold to our attention, and they're
Yeah.
not afraid to
You're
protect
right.
their mental health.
You're right.
They're not afraid
Hey.
to speak out when
Them-
something is
No.
wrong.
You're
Them
right.
And they have
whatever.
called out our own bullshit as Gen X's who birthed these millennials and birthed some of these Gen Zers. And a lot of it, we're at fault.
heard that too.
We
And
are.
we have to
If you
understand
don't
that.
understand
Look
it,
at
you
how
are.
we treat each other. Men
Sis.
treating women, women treating men like shit.
Right.
Bitches and hoes and pimps up, hoes down, all this bullshit.
It's
And
bullshit.
nobody is
Wow,
being
Lisa.
parents.
And
And
nobody's
these
being
kids is sitting there
responsible.
and they're
I'm about to smoke me
looking
some weed.
and they're looking at this shit
Mm-hmm.
and they're throwing it back in our face. Well, what we want to say, oh no, them Gen Z's is crazy. I don't
She
understand.
right.
I don't-
You can't lie
No,
about
we're
it.
fucked
Oh,
up.
my
And they're
sister
telling
Sagara.
you.
What you say, Sagara?
And they're telling you. And
Sagara
this is
said-
why we have what we
Sagara
have
said she'll agree
today.
with Lisa.
This
You
is
have to.
why
You
we
can't lie
have
about
what we
us.
have today. You have to listen to these young people. And you did the right thing in listening to him and listening to what he had to say and put his feelings first over your own.
Because that's the job as a coach. That's the job as a parent. That's the job as a human.
Period.
Humanity. Period.
There's no
Jackie
way
Daniels
outside
said,
of it.
"Look,
Where you have to stop yourself. And no
Be
matter
like,
how
look,
busy you
I
are,
contain this area.
but look,
might
hey,
let me take care of it.
hey,
Take
you-
care of that
You know, I
area.
gotta, all the
And-
listeners,
and
I gotta
that's
get their
it.
opinions.
Listen, you're right.
Listen.
You're
Jackie
right.
Daniels said,
Lisa's
back
right.
in the day, the black community treated everyone as a village.
To
Yeah,
a
we did
degree.
that.
Because
But
back
that's
in the
where
day.
we come from.
Yeah,
though.
we did.
Yeah.
We did look after each other's kids.
Right on,
Your
Jackie.
neighbors could
Yeah.
whoop your ass if you fucked up.
Man, yeah,
And
my mom
take
be
you
like,
home to your
my mom be
parents
like,
and your
"You gotta
parents
be
with your
Tyrone
ass
Listen,
for
say
that
it
same
again.
shit.
Lisa.
But we don't
Lisa.
longer have that. Now, why we didn't have it when the crack era and the gang era
that
took
changed
over?
the game.
That
It
is what
took
took black
over it.
men and unfortunately took black women eventually out of the home. And by the time the 1990s and the 2000s got here, took the grandmothers out of the home.
Okay, it is what
And
it is.
that's
Yeah,
just
true
what
story.
it is.
Yeah.
We can say
True
we
story.
can
True
say
story.
we can always blame it on white supremacy. We can say all of these things. But then to me, we're overlooking the civil rights that our ancestors died for. We did not take advantage of the education that
No,
they fought for.
true story.
We decided to drop out of school and sell dope, particularly my era.
But
But
Lisa,
like I
though,
said, those are
was it a
those
choice, though? Was
those
it a
were-
choice?
Yes, it
It
was.
those
No.
were
Those were
separate.
choices.
those were devices that was brought
Okay.
onto the community to
Right.
separate us.
Exactly.
True,
I
but
mean-
we knew
I mean-
better and we didn't do better.
but if you look at it like this, if they said like back in the 60s, they know how strong we was with everything we had. If they said, just leave them alone, don't bother them, let them just do their thing. Yes, we would have flourished. We would have did so much for each other in our community and did what we were supposed to do. We'd have been strong. We'd have been
He's not
stronger.
lying.
We would have
been
been stronger
With a
than
thousand
any other
butterflies
generations
that
of
was
families
right through.
of out there of any
You
culture.
can still do it.
He both in the building, y'all.
Because I did it.
But you know what they said? Listen, how are we going to stop them?
We
introduced this. We'll divide and conquer. We'll bring the drugs.
But we allowed it, and we knew they was divided and conquer, and we went for it
because it was
easy.
Money.
It was easy.
When we was growing, you saw these, you saw your pimps and stuff running in the big Cadillacs and all that other stuff. You wanted that.
But even your pimps had more respect than your pimps got today.
But then your mother who worked 3 jobs scrubbing old Maddie's floors, and then she go ahead and do Mrs. Jones' floors, and this and this. What does she see when she go in that house? She see the diamond chandelier. Yes. She sees this. She sees that.
Something that she never seen before.
So when she takes that idea of seeing all that, she says,
I'm about to make this into reality.
You got to go to work. You got to go to school, get education, because this is what the things you need to get, baby.
Yes,
you need to be successful. It wasn't about mama coming back saying, oh yeah, we can get all this, but this is how you do it.
No,
let me show you the blueprint of how you do it. We're going to save the money. We're going to capitalize this. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to open this. This is how we get there. Yeah. But it's okay, go to school, get the education, buy the big house, do all this other stuff. You went around it the wrong way, but you only do what you see.
It's what you know.
You know what you know.
And that's it.
And then the little job and the black man that didn't go to jail, the black man that didn't get caught up in gangs, and the black men that was trying to do right.
Hold up. Let me finish.
Those hardworking black men that didn't get caught up, that didn't go to jail, that didn't get caught up in drugs, that stayed home in the house and tried to get a good thing for the family. Had to deal with the bullshit that the white man and all the money they gave them, but they bit their tongue and they still did what they had to do. Right? They still made that paycheck to keep the food on the table. And hey, boy, you better stay your ass out of trouble. You go to school, you do all this stuff, and maybe you can get a scholarship or this or that. But how was he ever educating them about money, to how to save money and how to build portfolios, how to invest, and how to do these things? Because that wasn't taught to him.
That's okay.
So
at all.
But
see here again, he did not listen.
But
he didn't listen.
I'm just saying.
Father, I'm gonna tell you something.
If these things, I'm just saying, if these other devices wasn't introduced into the black communities, these are the things we would have had.
They was introduced. We just didn't listen to our elders.
No, I'm saying like I'm saying the drugs, the gangs, and all the other stuff.
But we didn't. We didn't listen to our elders telling us when this was coming through that this was a danger and to not even partake in it. We dismissed what our elders was telling us. That's the problem. We dismiss what our and I'm gonna address this one comment about the independent woman movement. No, it didn't start with the independent woman movement. The independent woman movement came in when they became single mothers and had to raise. When they became single mothers, because black men, if they wasn't going to jail, they were straight walking away from their families.
Yes, that's true.
Okay.
So why were they walking away?
Well, it's 2 scenarios.
No, we know that's
What will make a grown ass man say, you know what, I gotta go?
Well, I'll tell you, it's 2 scenarios because it's something that we have to face that we never
talk say that about. Again, baby.
What will make? I mean, just think about
it. Well, I'm getting ready to tell you.
What will make me say, you know what, fuck it, I gotta get out of here?
I'm gonna tell you what.
I gotta go.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Why?
Because back in their day, it ain't like our day where we had choices. If we didn't want to be with somebody, we weren't forced to marry them. In our parents' day, they were forced to get married. In our grandparents' day, you got somebody pregnant, you didn't have the fucking option of saying, I'm going to be a baby daddy and make her a baby mama. No, you married her ass and you took care of that family. When the 1960s and 70s came along, that allotted the men that didn't never want to get married in the first place to walk out of these marriages. Unfortunately, it was detrimental to the children. I'm not saying that they didn't have a right to not feel how they felt and feel the traps that they felt because of that rule, because it was religion that also tied into those rules and regulations. So no, it wasn't the independent woman movement. The independent woman movement became when these women became single mothers because somebody had to take care of the children.
In 1840, the game changed.
What's the podcast song? She wanted to listen.
West was one. What? WEST, like West was.
And that's where this came. So there ain't no independent woman. We have to stop. See, this is the thing what we in now. We in this scenario now is we've let black women who have had to raise these families for decades, and now we call it masculine.
The number one.
But if it wasn't for black women, there would be no
there.
black community.
West was
Right
one.
there, the West one, right in the back.
Right there behind you. Ebobo.
Okay.
Right there.
My sister don't lie. She be on top of her shit.
See, that's the bottom line.
West was one.
Yeah, see, this is the bottom line. When this happened, and at the time, nobody thought of how detrimental down the line that this would be. Just like nobody thought about how detrimental the gangs would be and the drug trade would be to us down the line. Because at that time, it was very fleeting. Everything is fleeting. It's new, so it's fleeting. Yeah. And now we are paying the price of that behavior. That's all I'm saying. And it's not too late to come back from it. But do you want to come back from it?
You know,
that's where we at now.
Do we come back from it? You talk to me though, was you right though? That's real, like real shit.
And that's where we're at now. So I'm looking right now because, like I said, this is Gen Z's world. They just letting us live in it.
Right.
And thank you for allowing me to live in it.
Yeah.
Because this their world.
Listen.
Our world.
No, sure it is. They're the future generation. It's their world. They're allowing
our world, ain't they?
Sure it is. They're the future generation, just like they had to pass the torch on to us. Our parents passed the torch on to us. They have to pass that torch on to them and the millennials.
I got so much gas. If I let it loose, we won't wake up till Thursday.
Ebobo in the building, y'all.
Have all your asses.
I would blow it out right now, and we would all be in here knocked out till Thursday. It's so strong and hot.
We have a ball.
You know, Jackie Daniels, the bottom line is that the black community, and let's face facts, over the past 30 or 40 years, do not value marriage. So why would they look for a wife?
Right.
They don't value marriage. And women today are also saying if they can't beat the men, they're going to join the men. So they don't value marriage either.
Okay, so look, can I do this one more time, Chop?
Yes.
Today.
Lisa, keep it like this. Lisa, you are definitely a queen to us. And thank you for helping us to like adjust on top of what you were talking about. We have our differences, but you have been accurate on everything that you talk about. Now we want to talk about something I don't know. And TJ was saying something I don't know about.
No, what I just got through saying, I want to give a shout out to Justify one more time.
Okay.
For today is what I was saying.
Okay. He did a great job. I could tell you that nigga did not a great job. He did a tremendous job.
Shout out to Justify.
Justify did something that was
Fathers in Hip Hop.
Yes.
It was big.
Cuz turned a whole event into something that we didn't even think there was going to be that.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, bro. You did something great.
It was nice. I thought, man, in my mind, he brought his daughters. He got acknowledged for the work that he does.
Your daughter sound like Minnie Riperton. What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm just saying though, she killed the game.
Can she sing?
Had me in tears, yes.
Hey,
I just want to Justify. I give a shout out to you, man. I love you, bro.
Oh, so she's a whistle singer, huh?
Come on, man.
Girl can really fucking sing.
I said Justify got secrets.
He got secrets. So
yeah, he got secrets.
Talk to you about them secrets.
But like I said before, I want to give him his props because the event he had today was phenomenal. He had the mayor from Adelanto, mayor from Apple Valley,
and Victorville.
And Victorville.
He had 3
mayors. And guess how he kept it? 1 billion. He did not change his language. He did not change his attitude. Shout out to Justify. That's all I'm saying, man.
Well,
if you want to know what authentic is, Justified is authentic. That's all I'm saying.
The thing is, it goes back to what I've been saying again. You know, we've gone from one community and we've gone to another community, but we've committed the same acts that we've made all our communities dangerous for us to even live in.
Right.
And so now you have to have somebody like a Justified to have a Fathers in Hip Hop to say, hey, look, it's not too late. You guys can still be great dads and raise your children. We can still combat the bullshit in our communities and still be a community and build community. Now it's up to you because these things are available. It's up to you to reach out and do these things. You have people like Ibobo that goes up in here, they're coaching, and then you have the opportunity to go talk to this man and say, I got a problem. Can you help me?
He always looked like he was going to be a coach.
You have the opportunity to do that now. So it's up to y'all to do it now.
I ain't gonna do it because I know because it's like
she said it's late. Is it still on right now?
Mm-hmm.
Justify really did some shit that made me look at him like, okay, he's 100. Shout out to Justify.
So I'm just saying, we have these opportunities, but these are the things and problems that I have seen for decades, and it's now time that we can't sweep them under the rug anymore. We can't make everything about white supremacy anymore. We have to throw those things aside because white supremacy ain't going nowhere. Racism isn't going anywhere. It's alive and well, and we see it every day.
He did it. I'm gonna be 100 with you. Really, it's really about your walk with Christ. Like, where you at right now with Christ? Because there's so much evil out here. There's so much demonic shit out here. They trying to bust your brain open with these. Oh, it's aliens and all this other stuff. Listen.
Of course it is. They've been there.
Listen.
Come on, E-Bobo.
But the aliens ain't causing what the problems are.
Tell the truth, E-Bobo.
Tell the truth. It's the war that's going on. It's prophesied to happen. You know what they're doing. You see it, how they working with this money, how they moving stuff. You see what they doing with the water, the food, and everything else. And the genocide and how they trying to get people off this planet because they know it's not enough food and water that's going to sustain us for the next 30 years. So it's time to start figuring out ways to start reducing population. At the same time, there's another spiritual warfare going on.
Mm-hmm. That's what scares me more than what they're doing because at the end of the day, there's still a higher power that stops the shit they doing because they already getting stopped because they're being exposed. Not what you're gonna do about it, but with the information that you're being told. Now, this is the thing.
Which way
are you gonna go? What side?
Which way you walk?
You got to pick a side now.
Because you can't play both fields.
That's it. You can't be straddling the fence like you've been able to do.
You're not going to be able to.
So you got to pick a side now.
Yeah.
So what you gonna do?
It's coming down to that.
And that's I said with the black community, and I continue to say it. Stop sitting up here talking about what white people owe you. You got funds now. You better start building your own motherfucking hospitals, building your own goddamn banks, building your own fucking grocery stores.
And
that's what you should have been doing.
And I just kind of laughed a little bit when they talk about, they're going to try to pass the bill law to try to give every black person reparations and give them like $1 million, whatever.
No, they're not.
Whatever the money is. But I trip off and laugh because just imagine if they do it. How many black people would burn through that money within 3 months?
Right.
The money's going to go right back into the system.
No,
because
the money is going to be gone because once they give you that money, they washing their hands of any motherfucking programs that you talking about. All that shit gone.
We gave
you the money, and you know what?
You cried about. Now you blew it all. That's on you.
And it's true. And that I have to respect them for saying that because
it's going to be a cold game if they push that.
That's it. Because then
now you're going to hang yourself.
Yeah, and then you be going looking at other black people as if they owe you because they didn't plow through their money.
Yeah.
So now you're going to have the doggy dog situation and the cutthroat situation we got now in the black community. How many black folks say you, for instance, you doing well in your life? And how many of you black folks that come at you and look at you as being uppity or bougie because you ain't doing the same shit you did 20 years ago?
Right. How does she? What's the link? Cause she's trying to link on.
Tell her to go to Facebook because it's probably it's up on Facebook.
Okay, so look, hey, check this out. We waiting for a couple more people. You already see Mr. Chocolate. He's feeling real good. I'm running back and forth because I got shit in the oven that I want people to taste. I got some bacon. You know I smoke weed, so I got some.
You got some lamb chops?
No, I don't got no lamb chops.
You're an asshole.
Oh Lord!
You didn't ask me to. Look, hey, I'm gonna tell y'all this. A couple weeks ago, it was my grandson's birthday. He asked me to make him some lamb chops for his birthday. That's, we black, we like lamb chops. We don't do that.
Lamb chops.
But
we off to the mall finding them. We find some.
We in Beverly Hills? Or no, Hollywood. We in Hollywood.
Century City.
Okay, in that area. So we find some lamb chops. I marinate them. You know what I mean? The vinegar. You gotta have vinegar to kill that wild taste.
Yeah.
But when you put the vinegar in there, make
taste.
sure you put some sugar in there with that vinegar. I promise you, it'll change the game. So anyway, I made this whole thing
either.
Huh?
I'm sorry. Just trying to get my wife to get to the link so she can check us out.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. She said she can't catch it. She can't hear it, and she don't know what the link is.
Oh man, just tell her to go to go to my page. My shit is Anthony Johnson. You know, man, it's confusing because I got like 4 pages. Then we got Lisa and Chalk, so it's like it's everywhere.
All over the place.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
You know what I mean?
Well,
we're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. Then you got Lisa if she's following. She on Facebook. You know what I mean? Then you got Chalk if he's following on Facebook or Instagram. So, you know, the one thing about it, we doing a good job. You know what I mean?
Yes,
and I appreciate what's going on. Yeah, lamb chops. Yeah. I can get them at Costco.
Yeah, Costco has good ones. I bought some at Costco.
You eat them too, Lisa?
Yeah.
Come on, sis.
Yeah.
Next week, okay. Yeah. Next week we got next week we got some good guests next week. We got Gang Module in the building next week, which is my son's label. He got a few artists. We're gonna feature them next week, which is crazy.
How you doing? Man, I ain't seen him in so long.
Man, you don't even know what he look like.
I sure don't. I know he tall.
No, he look like me. I'm gonna tell you that. Yeah, he looking like me on some other stuff. So next week we got Gang Module in the building. You know what I mean? We got I'm just gonna say, man. Right now we're doing some things that we need to be doing. I'm gonna give a shout out, extra shout out to my co-host, which is Lisa. I'm gonna say this, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I first started doing this because I had a gang of things going on and people didn't follow me. Or there's like, oh, you can come to our show and cancel the show. I called my sister. I was like, sis, I'm gonna do a podcast. She said, okay, bro, let's do it. I said, you know why? Because you do sports. Then we can make up some shit after that. But if you talk, they're gonna listen. Guess what happened? We're here 5 years later.
Nice.
I don't know how many episodes. Lisa, I love you. Thank you for everything.
It's a beautiful thing. Hey, I'm glad you guys brought me on, man. I'm glad you guys hit me up and told me to come on, check it out. Yeah. You know, it's always like it says, love seeing you guys. I haven't seen you guys in so long, man. It's just
right.
You know, it just bring back so many fond memories and stuff of what we used to do and where we came from. You know, just being wild, being young men out there wilding.
And we were. And E-Bobo.
You know.
No, we called you E-Bobo because you was gigantic. Like he was the dude you'd be like, just call E-Bobo, man. Yeah. And then you'd have, so you got E-Bobo, then you got Debo, which I promise you, did we not call him Debo before Debo came out?
Yeah.
Tell the truth.
A long time. You know.
Did we not? I know. E-Bobo.
Your
name, what's your real name? Okay, no, I ain't gonna say that.
No, it's Eric. You know.
Okay.
My real name.
He said give you a government name.
No. What I'm trying to get at is that I'm not lying. That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that I'm not lying.
Hey, Des.
Like I said, I think it was like 94, 95.
Yeah.
I think when I was first came around with Rome and brought in Keith G
and you know
me around you guys at the studios and stuff.
Yeah. And look,
we just
fit in.
We just fit right in.
Hey, you know what thing I gotta say about it though? It was like
Pono Mo was on the scene.
Exactly.
You know? Beautiful stuff. Charles was making great music. Man, great music.
And then you used to be like, and you used to be like, you know, I'm from Pasadena. We like, nigga, we love Pasadena.
Right. He's up in there. You know.
Did we not do that?
Yeah.
It was all up. E-Bobo. We call him E-Bobo because he was big as hell. I seen him and Debo do some shit to people in Hollywood that I can never talk about. You feel me? Like for real. Like
But like I said, he
was this big then.
Well, That's all I'm saying. A little bit more chunkiness in me, man. A little bit more thicker. I'm trying to get it off, y'all. I'm trying to get it off, y'all. Hey, God is good. Hey, like I say, and two, man, take care of your health. That's why I got this heart monitor thing on, man. You know,
so what is that about, bro?
So this is about because I was feeling a little flutters, you know, in my chest. So, you know, I just recently had a cousin of mine, Shyster Charles, who just passed away last Wednesday. Had a massive heart attack. Had another family member who just passed away, had heart issues, and I got a couple other people in my family having some heart issues and things like that. So your health is very important.
Yes, it is.
So didn't want to take no chances, took the precautions, went to the doctor, said, hey, listen, feeling a little something, let's get checked out. Let's do the EKG, let's do the ultrasound, let's do whatever we got to do. Right. I want to build health. I want to be here. You know, I don't want to be caught up in those
situations. That's right.
So take care of your health. If you're feeling something out there, if something don't feel right, you wake up, your head, you got a headache that's been lasting too long, your stomach feeling bad, your feet hurting, whatever it is.
If anything too long, you need to talk to somebody.
Go see the doctor. It ain't nothing about being a
Y'all heard that. Y'all heard that.
Oh, I'm gonna put some salt on it and be all right.
Right.
Take your ass to the hospital. Right. Big Mama said put baking soda on it with a little brandy. I'm gonna be all right. No, Big Mama bullshitting. Take your ass to a physician. Right. And you know, and if you got a good job and you got benefits, use that shit and go get taken care of, get your body.
But you know, even if you don't have it,
everything.
No, even if you don't have it, at least you'll know.
Even if you don't have it, there's clinics, there's things you can do to take care of
yourself. At least you'll know what you need to do. You feel me?
Without your health, there's nothing else. You can't move, you can't operate, can't do it.
You ain't got no health, you ain't got no life.
You got nothing. So take care of yourself. So that's all I'm doing, just being proactive and making sure everything is all right, you know. So that's all I got to say about that. Take care of yourself out there.
Take care of your diets.
Take care of your eat right.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you one thing right now. I'm gonna give it out to the Southside Village. Like we got Southside, we got the audience, we got everybody tuning in right now. Jackie Daniels, love you, baby girl. First lady lowrider that I know of. Yes, we see you. Come on, man, Southside Rider. We love you.
Let's go.
Well, like I said, happy Father's Day to all you wonderful fathers out there, and those that are looking down from heaven.
Right. Happy Father's Day.
Yes, happy Heavenly Father's Day to Robert. Rest well, Rob.
Robert who?
Robert Williams.
And happy Father's Day to some of you young ladies out there also.
Let's do that.
That Lisa stepped up and took the role as a father to bring up these boys and girls the right way. Right. And you know, and put the time in working and making sure they stay out of trouble and doing the right thing. So happy Father's Day to you guys too. You know, because it's a blessing. Because like I said, we all need strong role models and strong people to emulate so that we can do better. Right.
Shout out to E Bobo. He made sense. What I'm gonna say is this: all of us, we've been around each other some kind of way, you know, throughout the years. What I'm gonna say is this: Father's Day is special. You know what I mean? Like my daddy ain't here, but I am a daddy, and I'm a grandfather. So my whole thing is this: appreciate who you are, and do what you're supposed to do. And I promise you, life will be great. I've always done it. You know what I mean? That's it.
And don't make your dad barbecue on Father's Day, please.
Hey, let him take a break. That's my job, though.
Let him take a break. No,
I don't mind doing it, though.
Big Mama don't cook on Mother's Day, so don't make Dad cook. Don't make him barbecue on Father's Day.
I'm probably
let Dad chill. Let Dad you want to give your dad a good Father's Day gift? Leave him alone. Let him sit his ass on the couch and do nothing. Let him rest. That's the Father's Day gift you can give him.
Why is the Father's Day around? They always talking about Home Depot, Lowe's,
and we been talking about Disneyland and
they do the same thing. The same thing with us. They want to give you a goddamn
diamonds.
No, we don't. We got vacuum cleaners and all that shit and pots and pans. I got pots and pans. Yes, they do.
One thing we got to do.
Shit in the goddamn mail.
Listen, you got anything you want to say to everybody? It's Father's Day right now. Anything you want to say, Lisa?
As I'll say, happy Father's Day to all you wonderful fathers and those fathers that are not here, including my own. Be safe. Happy Juneteenth.
So to my father,
and just continue to move forward, not backward.
And then after that, it is what it is. We got to do what we got to do.
This is what it is.
And we out of here.
ENT. See y'all next week.
We see y'all next week. Hey, we gonna let Lisa loose next week. She got so much shit to say. We cut it short, you know what I mean? Shout out to my family, my homeboys, my loved ones, Debo, Yay Bobo. Well, I gotta shake his hand. Bobo.
Bless, man.
The nigga still got boxing gloves, they don't even know it.
That's a blessing.
Shout out to Bobo.
Thank y'all for letting me join. Let me come in.
We said we're gonna do a show no matter what. Lisa said nigga, I'll be there. She don't play. And she got hands.
Yeah.
She gonna jump in. If you in a fight, she gonna jump in. She gonna be like, love y'all. We're gonna see y'all next week, man. On the Run. On the Run podcast. We out of here. See y'all next week. We out of there, man. Make them numbers do what they do.
Sideways to the next life.
Come on, man. Bobo, thank you, man, for coming on, bro.
Oh, thank you, man. Like I said, it was a
I
blessing.
appreciate that, bro.
Thank you, sir. Hope I didn't sound too crazy out there for y'all.
Oh, man, we gonna do it. I gotta turn it off though. Last time I kept it on, they was going, y'all was having sex and everything. We was like, nah, nigga. We was just playing. I said that. Jackie.
So tell me how I can go to it to look at it.
Oh shit, it's already on right now.
Is it like a way I can like, all right, let me go read look at it.
Yeah, just go to my
I'm
page.
just trying to
Jackie.
When I get home.
We still online. What's going on with you? Hey, but you know what though? You was the first lady lowrider though. Right. Okay, well, I got you. I got you, Jackie. All day. Right. All righty then. We love you. Lady Lowrider, y'all. Lady Lowrider.
Yeah, I think the last time I saw her might have been a Silver funeral.
She wasn't. She's the first
Yeah,
lowrider female ever.
I
She's
saw
like,
her.
she's the first.
Yeah, that's when I know.
What's your job is?
Yeah, damn.
My job is
nothing. His job is a cow sheep.
See, you know what people love about us is that we do our show no matter what. Like our show started.
No, she couldn't find it. She was trying to tap in to listen and listen to the show.
Look. Somebody wake Chaka up.
Yeah. He hollering at somebody back there, yo, homie.
No,
bring me that little
Prophet ain't shit. He said somebody wake chocolate up.
Because you ain't cut off the Facebook Live. That's why she's still on.
No, it's off.
No, it ain't. That's how you know he sleep.
He was asleep before then.
I know that, but that's how he know.
No, Chuck was asleep.
It's still live, bro.
Okay, sis.
See, I see all the old ones, but I don't see the one for right now.
Okay, this one's off. Oh, yeah, we still on.
Well, I'm telling you.
I was.
Hey, can we smoke? We can smoke in here?
Yeah. No.